I want to talk about cultivating what I call the long view. Understanding improvement and managing expectations is going to be key to helping not only your child, but you understand what I call the long view. We have different models for improvement and feedback in our society. One of them that is probably the most ubiquitous among, I would imagine, all of you is school. And so I would like to maybe talk about school as a bad analogy for chess improvement, and another bad analogy for chess improvement. In other words, when I say bad analogy, it's the exact opposite of what chess improvement is like, is I don't know where you guys are all from, but around here, Taekwondo studios are all over the place. And I do not mean to disparage the martial arts at all. Taekwondo and other martial arts is great. A lot of kids are involved in them, but if you start thinking about chess in the same way that you might think about belt levels, this is a very dangerous way to look at it. Because let's just go back to school, since I know that probably everybody has kids in school, right? With school, you're going to take a test and you're going to be in control more or less of your destiny. You do your homework, you study for the exam, you do well in the exam, you get good grades in your homework, you're guaranteed to get the grade that you deserve. And at the end of the year, you're going to go up to the next grade level. And there's no way to reverse that. Once you progress from third grade to fourth grade, then congratulations, you're a fourth grader. If you got an A on your report card, they're not going to take that away. This is the opposite of chess is the exact opposite of this. And it's really important to understand this because it goes against the grain of so much what we think we know about improvement. A child can improve at chess, and there's no real immediate feedback to that because it's all internal. And when they go to play a game, they're going to come into chance. Chess involves random things. It involves chance things happening. It's not, this is what makes it interesting to go, say, to a baseball game. One team might be better than another, but on any given baseball game, a weaker team could get lucky. It's all statistics and beat the supposedly better baseball team. It's the same thing in chess. If there was no chance in chess, the better player would always beat the weaker player, but that's not what happens. And so a child is going to have some expectation of what they're going to be able to do based on their rating, based on the rating of their opponent. And guess what? A lot of times that expectation is going to be subverted. And so it's very important that the child and you prepare for the ups and the downs of chess. A third of the time, you're going to be winning, you're going to be drawing, you're going to be losing. Losing is just a natural part of playing chess. You take a look at the recent candidates tournament, people are at the absolute top of the world. And for every win, there was a loss in that tournament. And that's part of it. It's not like school or Taekwondo where you have no opponent who's trying to take away your grade, who's trying to take away your belt. That doesn't happen. You earn a belt in Taekwondo and it's yours until you get the next better belt. In chess, you can go up 200 rating points and then the next week lose 100 of them. And so this is very important for kids to understand that winning, when they win, it doesn't transfer to them the knowledge and the experience of their opponent. I almost shudder sometimes when some of my students will have these fantastic wins against people who are rated way higher. I have a 1,300 rated student and she takes down a 2,000 rated player. And of course, I'm thrilled, as is the child, as is the parent, but also I'm sort of a little bit privately worried because now this child is going to be expecting this to happen from there on. Oh my gosh, I beat a 2000. I must be a 2000 rated player. From now on, I will make mincemeat of my 1500 and 1600 rated opponents. They should be no problem from here on in. I just took down an expert. But the problem is that beating that 2000, guess what also happened that exact same event? In the very same moment that a 1300 player defeated a 2000, well, what's the obverse of that? What also happened? A 2000 player just lost to a 1300, but somehow that half of the equation doesn't make it through to the child's psychology. They don't see that part of it. And they think that from now on, this is the way that their chess is going to go. Little realizing that 700 points from now, when they're a 2000 rated player, they're going to be losing their share of games to 13 and 1400 rated people, to say nothing of now. That's because when you beat the expert, you don't get all of that person's knowledge and experience that they've gained from the hundreds and thousands of games that they have played that have brought them to that to that level, which quite frankly most people will never make, including people who beat them occasionally.